The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver, read by Zion LaFond, Garrett Bonsek, and William DeLauder. Thank you.
Watch History in the Making. They witnessed Patrice Lumbamba's powerful and rallying speech to Congolese as they declare independence. On June 30th, 1960, suddenly the village is overrun by a swarm of fire ants, also known as the Nizonganyan. They destroy everything in their path, driving out the villagers in the process. Leah escapes first, following the crowd towards the river. Before leaving, Rachel grabs her most prized possessions, her mirror. Lena runs while carrying Ruth May, and in the process she leaves behind Ade, who is nearly trampled to death until Anatoly comes to her rescue. Everyone escapes safely to the river onto rafts.
Climax of the Poisonwood Bible. Nelson fears for his life after hearing Tata Kondavoudou's prophecy that the animals and all of nature were rising up against him. The three sisters come up with a plan to lay out ashes around the chicken house in order to lay down a trap, just as the story in the Bible goes about Bel and the serpent. Nelson, who lives in the chicken house, vows to stay at Anatoly's house and come back at daybreak. By morning, they all wake up to see a green mamba left inside the chicken house. But before they know it, the snake slithers out of the chicken house, biting Ruth May in the process. Ruth May's funeral is carried out by Orlena, who calmly cleans her and wraps her in the mosquito nest before placing her upon the dining room table. After the funeral, the first rainfall after a long drought bears down upon the people of Kalonga. Reverend Price steps out into the rain, baptizing each person, claiming that the gift was from God, completely unaffected by the death of his own daughter.
Finally leaves her oppressive husband, Reverend Price, with Ade, Leah, and Rachel. After a long trek, they reach Belunga, where Leah contracts malaria due to exposure during their journey. They come into contact with the bean axle root in Belunga, where it is decided that Rachel will leave with him on his plane. Leah is left behind in the care of Anatoly due to her increasing illness, and Orlena and Ade hitch her ride in a truck towards Leopoldville.
The Poisonwood Bible. Rachel settles down in Johannesburg, South Africa, where she marries twice before she's left as a widow with a prosperous hotel, the Equatorial. The rest of the Price family women no longer contact her as often, so she lives alone, persuading herself that she's content with her life. Ade is in middle school studying to become a nurse. She finds that she has lost her ability to read things backwards ever since she lost her limb, but she still has a backwards way of thinking about ideas. Ruth May has become part of the children of the force, watching over the place. She watches over everything that happens in Africa. After the death of Ruth May, Orlena escapes Nathan's iron grip on her life in order to save her surviving children. She escapes the Congo with Ade through her own strength and will. In America, she builds up a new life with Ade. She takes up gardening as a way to make up for the life lost in Africa, the death of Ruth May, her beloved child. In the end, she discovers that Nathan had died in the Congo, still raving about God's wrathful vengeance. After spending over 20 years with Anatoly, Leah realizes that she finds solace in his company, and with the political turmoil in the Congo still going on, they leave their home to start a new life in Sanza Pombo, Angoli, with their 4 sons, Pascal, Matrice, Martin Luthier, and Nathaniel. With this fresh start, she is able to earn the new villagers' respect. She teaches a class on education and nutrition in order to educate the people so they can live somewhat more prosperous.
And that is the story of the Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver, told from the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. Thank you.